Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. Alan Jackson, where were you when the world stopped turning? And this is a live performance from the CMA Awards. And this song was written after the September 11th attacks. So, I still remember where I was. So maybe I'll share that a little bit later. We're going to check out the song first. I was only 14. And of course, I'm not from the US, but I still remember that day as well. This was a request by Vintage Linda. Thank you so much for this request and donation. Let's jump in. I really enjoy Alan Jackson's music. I have enjoyed some of his more, really personal songs, really powerful, emotional songs, and then some of his more fun songs too. So there's some for everybody there. Let's jump in.
Tonight, Alan Jackson is a nominee for 4 of tonight's awards. And the songs that he writes always tell it like it is. Simple truths that come from his heart. When he went to bed late last week, he couldn't sleep because of an idea that he had for this song. It kept running through his head. So early in the morning, he got up and he wrote this song, and we're honored that he chose to do it for the first time in front of anybody. Please welcome Mr. Alan Jackson.
Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Out in the yard, your wife and children working on some stage in L.A. Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor? Did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know? Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sob for the ones left below? Did you burst out in pride for the red, white, and blue? The heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Teaching a class full of innocent children, driving down some cold interstate. Did you feel guilty cause you're a survivor? In a crowded room, did you feel alone? Did you call up your mother and tell her you loved her? Did you dust off that Bible at home? Did you open your eyes and hope it never happened? Close your eyes and not go to sleep? Did you notice the sunset the first time in ages? Speak to some stranger on the street? Did you lay down at night and think of tomorrow? Go out and buy you a gun? Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching? Turn on I Love Lucy reruns? Did you go to a church and hold hands with some stranger? Stand in line and give your own blood? Did you just stay home and cling tight to your family? Thank God you had somebody to love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I could tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. The greatest is love. The greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day?
Yeah, that's straight from the heart, like the announcer said in the beginning. That's how he writes his songs, and yeah, wonderful voice, a very warm voice, and you know, you feel like a like a big brother or a father or a friend is singing to you. And a beautiful arrangement of the music too, especially with the entire band there, or orchestra almost, really nice with the backing vocals. And yeah, all of these lines, you know, some of the reactions, possible reactions you can have to these horrific, to this horrific event, right? Some, you know, you know, turn to your family, or you call somebody, or you know, you're grateful that you weren't there, or your family member, but then at the same time you feel guilty for surviving. All of these emotions that one is feeling, everything is in there. You know, you can be angry, you can break down and cry. Uh, yeah, all of the things that you might have are in there. Some of these lines that he's describing, these questions, you know, because that's mostly what we're having after this type of um, attack or event, that it's questions. You're leaving questions in line. Uh, yeah, man, I remember that day because I was still in school, and here it was already afternoon, right? I think I was in IT class because we had all. I remember seeing all the computers, right? That's what I remember. This is the flash I always have when I think about that day. All the computers, and we're seeing uh, those pillars of black smoke that he was talking about. And you know, you never know at first glance, is this an accident? Is this an accident? But then another plane hits another building, and that's when you know. Even as a kid, I knew, like, oh, this is different. And then more things come out and stuff. Uh, that's, of course, you feel for the people who are affected by this, and you know, there's a sense of unity even in another country. But then as a kid, being 14, going through his own issues as a son of a Muslim father, I also knew, and there was a fear, and I knew everything had changed. I knew that. I already knew, like, all right, even for us, for my family, things are going to be different from now on. So that is a very maybe selfish thought, but that is one of the first things that also came to my mind, if I'm perfectly honest. And still to this day, I feel that emotion very, very powerful. Yeah, dark things that humans can do to one another. Alan Jackson, man, he put it as it is. I felt that. Thank you for the introduction, and I definitely want to explore more of his music. He's got some great songs, some feel good songs, some very personal songs that we can relate to. A beautiful artist. And thank you everybody for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.